If you don't have any sort of cloth or water or access to anything like that, I think your ass could be a very good tool. What up, son? Welcome welcome back to this. So I wanted to come out the gate swinging here by doing a little piece on Duke Nukem and his 35th anniversary this year. I mean, I don't really have to because it's just completely self-evident how fucked this has been this year. Literally not a single fucking word about him in any way whatsoever. Like, it's been dead-ass silent. Like, not a peep about anything, bro. Nobody's even come out except for, like, Apache, Tonto, jump on it, hi. No. Apogee, who fucking doesn't own the franchise anymore, doesn't publish it, whatever, saying like, oh, happy birthday, Duke Nukem, you know, I think they did, no, they didn't even do a new documentary, it's just like the old one from a couple years ago that they highlighted again. But I'm thinking about it, it's like, obviously, you know, well, I say 35th, it's the 35th anniversary of the franchise as a whole, because, you know, Duke Nukem, the 2D platformer one, the first one, came out, you know, Duke not Duke Nukem yet. It came out in 1991, I think, so that makes it, you know, 35 this year. But it's obviously also the 30th anniversary of, you know, Duke Nukem 3D, which is the one that people actually know and have played. To be honest, I think I might like the 2D platformer Duke Nukem's better. Like, I've played, well, I say that, but I haven't played, like, very many of them. I played the first, like, I played Duke Nukem 1 and Duke Nukem 2. Well, I beat Duke Nukem 1. I only really played a little bit of Duke Nukem 2, but in terms of, like, you know, the merits of them as games, like, in their genre, I think I kind of do like the platformers better. Like, Duke Nukem 3D is, you know, an insane game for when it came out, in terms of, like, the features of it and, like, the interactability of the environment mainly. That was, like, a huge thing with it, and that's sweet, but honestly, it's kind of a little milk toast when it comes to the actual gameplay of it. Like, I think, you know, games like Blood or Shadow Warrior, for instance, were much more impressive in terms of, like, gameplay complexity and, you know, just general design, I guess. But, dude, like, this is sounding like I'm hating on Duke Nukem 3D, okay? I'm really not. That game's fucking sweet. And, like, they should just let Night Dive do a fucking version of it, because, like, why not, bro? It's just easy money to cash in on this franchise you clearly do not give a shit about and are gonna do nothing with on your own. Like, it's just a shoo-in at this point, especially because, you know, most people aren't too pleased with the fucking World Tour Edition, which, you know, I understand because I'm not too pleased with it, but people act like, this is a massive downgrade for Megaton, dude. That version was so much better. Look at what they took away from us. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. Duke Nukem 3D Megaton Edition is a piece of fucking dog shit, okay? It's by the same, I'm almost certain it's by the same developers as Shadow Warrior Classic Redux, which we still have. It's like the same exact thing. It's just fucking awful. Like, there are so many issues with it. The only reason people are like that is because it obviously included, you know, the fucking whatever, the expansions, like the Life's a Beach and Duke It Out in DC and shit, which, you know, putting aside the fact that those expansions are pretty fucked, like, if we're being honest, they're pretty fucked. They're not that good at all, like, in the slightest. Putting that aside, the game like, how it's done in that fucking release is just awful. Like, it's got all the same exact issues that Classic Redux has for Shadow Warrior. Like, the mouse movement, it feels like they mapped the mouse input to, like, a controller stick, like, camera looking. Like, it feels so fucked up. There's, like, this huge fucking dead zone, and it's all, like, jerky and janky. It feels so bad. And then, comparing, like, the look of the game, they have, like, this smooth, like, it looks so fucking ass. Like, it doesn't look good or accurate at all to how it should. Like, the lighting is so fucking flat. It's not like how it should look. Like, you know how in build engine games, like, it has like a depth thing with the lighting where it's like the area around you kind of is like bright, but then, you know, off in the distance it's all dark. And it's like it's kind of blocky, I guess. They completely smoothed that over, and that sounds like an upgrade, but it really is not, bro. It just destroys how the shit looks, because it looks all flat and fucking awful. Realistically speaking, if you, like, okay, I am gonna say Megaton Edition is better because it includes the content, but realistically speaking, World Tour is better in every single other goddamn way. Like, it's not even close. Okay? It is not even close. And I mean, World Tour has that new episode. I haven't actually played that yet, but from what I have played of it, you know, it seems pretty good. Realistically speaking though, your best option for playing Duke Nukem 3D, like, people act like you just can't buy the fucking shit anymore, and that's just not true because it's on Zoom. The Atomic Edition is on Zoom. Not like the fucking... I was so confused when I first found out about Zoom because I'm like, the video platform, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, the conference app. But no, it's this Zoom platform website. Here, I can even bring it up. They sell the first Duke Nukem, the second one, Duke Nukem 3D Atomic Edition, which includes all the expansions like, you know, Duke It Out in DC and Life's a Beach and shit. And they also sell Duke Nukem Manhattan Project, okay? Like, let me switch over. Look at this. They sell all of it. Duke Nukem 3D Atomic Edition. It's not the Megaton edition, which is like a remastered whatever. It's just the DOS version, but you can easily put this shit into, you know, eDuke 32 or, God forbid, Raze. And it works splendidly. I have this, I have Duke Nukem 1 and 2. I want to get Duke Nukem Manhattan Project at some point here. I just haven't gotten around to it. But yeah, it's right here, guys. You can play it. It's not like they entirely took it away from you. They took it away from GOG, though, which I don't understand. Like, supposedly Duke Nukem 3D and Duke Nukem 1 and 2 were all on GOG at one point, but then they were delisted for God knows. Like, I don't see what the point is, but this platform basically is like a GOG substitute. It's look, see, it has all of these, you know, Duke It Out in DC, Life's a Beach, Nuclear Winter, and the bullshit. Like, they shouldn't even list these. These are bonuses, okay? They're this is a fucking bonus too. These are the only two anybody should even fucking care about at all, slightly. Whoops, that was the wrong scene. I don't know what this platform is. Basically just GOG, like, it's all DRM free, you know, you can download offline installers. It's just the same thing as GOG, but, like, you know, smaller scale. I really honestly think it's only like $6 American, which it comes out to about $8 or $9 Canadian off sale. Like, this platform has sales very, very rarely, but I mean, the most it ever goes on sale for is like 50% off, so you might as well, like, you'll get enough fucking playtime out of it, bro. Like, way more than enough. But yeah, people are always like begging for the fucking shit ass Megaton edition back because it's got the content that is, it's debatable whether that's a plus a plus or not. But you can still buy the Atomic Edition on Zoom. And that's what I believe everybody should do, as opposed to playing, there are people out here who are actually paying like the fucking $400 or so that people ask for the Atomic Edition. Like, what the fuck are you doing, buddy? That's like an astronomical fucking waste of your fucking money, bro. Like, that is the dumbest shit. Yeah, cheapest fucking prices here are 107.24 fucking Canadian dollars. Like, for this piece of dog shit, bro. Like, I don't understand the kind of fucking mark you have to be to spend that much. That's just insane. This version should be available. I don't know. Like, I mean, also, it's just on Internet Archive if you really honestly and truly want to play Duke Nukem 3 Megaton Edition for whatever reason. It is there, okay? And you can play it if you want, but it's, we need Night Dive to do a release of this, okay? I don't actually know, because if I remember correctly, in Duke Nukem's penthouse, whatever the fuck it's called, I'm pretty sure I remember the first level literally having like an ass naked lady like dancing on the beach or something. So I don't know if they can necessarily remaster that aspect. Listen, like, the bare minimum I'd ask for in a Night Dive remaster of Duke Nukem 3D would be, the base game, obviously, the Atomic Edition, like the Birth episode, and I'd also like to see the PlayStation, the PS1, Duke Nukem Total Meltdown episode as well, because I think that would be sweet. And it's not like a Doom 64 or even like Doom PS1 situation where it's just like it's too different to, roll into the base game. Because, like, Doom PS1 has like all the fancy lighting and shit, and Doom 64 is just an entirely different game. It's not like those. It's basically just like a level pack for, like, okay, it is like those in the sense that they'd probably have to, rebuild those levels from scratch, but realistically, like, how much time is that going to take? I also think Duke Nukem 64 could be very reasonably rolled into a Duke Nukem Night Dive, remaster, because if you think about it, realistically, the biggest hurdles there would probably be the 3D models, for like the explosions, or like is it the Cycloid Emperor? I think that's his name. I don't fucking remember. I think realistically, the 3D models would be the biggest hurdle there. But, I mean, I'm not going to speak on this because I have no idea, but I'm just going to say, like, it can't be all that difficult to, implement 3D models in that game just for Duke Nukem 64. I don't think Duke Nukem 64 would warrant a release on its own, so, like, this is the best course of action, I think. But yeah, all of that shit for, the base game and like the whatever, the console versions, as well as, Life's a Beach and Nuclear Nightmare, I think is what it's called, and Duke It Out in DC as like, the bare minimum of content I'd ask for. I don't really care if they implement Duke Zone or the Penthouse fucking one, because those are, well, I don't know about Penthouse, but I know that Duke Zone 1 and 2 are literally just like, community mashup fucking level packs. So it's like, okay, I don't really give a shit. Like, most of this is fucking AIDS. Like, I don't want to play that, okay? Life's a Beach and Duke It Out in DC, and I guess Nuclear, whatever, Nuclear Winter, that's what it is, not Nightmare. Those are like the bare minimum, okay? Because those are like actual, official new content outside of the base game, as opposed to Duke Zone and shit, which are not official. Well, they are official in a way, but, they're not officially made, sanctioned content. Well, they are. They're not made by actual fucking developers who are, like, affiliated with the fucking game, like Sunsoft were, okay? They're made by just random people on the internet back in, like, 1997, 98. Like, Sorry, I keep dropping this fucking coin. I'm gonna put it down. They are not, they're just pieces of shit, okay? They're just pieces of shit that fucking whoever was publishing that just slapped onto a fucking disc and sold at retail, okay? They're not worth remastering, I don't think, anyway. If you really want to play them, like, you could, because I'd imagine that a Night Dive, remaster would support, like, modded campaigns, because Blood did that and Doom did that, their releases of those. So if you really wanted to play them, like, you could just do that. Like, if you really wanted to. But yeah. I mean, the thing with Duke Nukem is it goes beyond Duke Nukem 3D, okay? There is such a fucking wide array of Duke Nukem content that they could be cashing in on that they just are not for some inexplicable reason. Like, how fucking hard would it be to get Digital Eclipse, to work with Atari? This is what they should do. They should get a partnership with Atari, okay? Have Night Dive do the Duke Nukem 3D, and have Digital Eclipse do like a, Duke Nukem 1, Duke Nukem 2, Duke Nukem Land of the Babes, Duke Nukem 0 Hour, I think it's called, Duke Nukem Manhattan Project. Just all the loose ends of the Duke Nukem series, franchise, or like the spin-offs, I guess. Not even spin-offs. Most of those aren't spin-offs. They're just games in the franchise that nobody remembers or can access right now because they're, just not available. Like, that would be super cool to see. And, how much fucking effort and money would that even take? Right? Like, I think they're owned by Take-Two now, Gearbox. So that means Take-Two, the fucking GTA 6 publisher company. Like, are we serious? You can absolutely fund that, and, it'll probably make a fucking return, a great big return, buddy, for how much effort and money. It just doesn't make sense, bro. You're not doing shit with the franchise. This is it. This is what you should do. Barring, like, an actual game, God forbid, an actual new game. Why do they not do... Oh my god, why do they not do that? It doesn't make fucking sense. It's just pissing me off, bro. Like, thinking about it. We don't even have an update on that supposed Netflix show. Like, not a fucking word about that even. Like, what? Like, you couldn't even do that. Not that I fucking want to see that or have it, release, because Jesus Christ, who wants to see that, bro? A fucking Duke Nukem show from the geniuses that brought you fucking, like, Devil May Cry and shit? I'm good, bro. But it's like, you can't even fucking give us that. Like, that is if that show even, like, was real, Maybe that... what the fuck was his name? Like, Adi Shankar or some shit? Like, maybe he was just, like, pulling our legs, buddy, but it's like... Listen, if that's real, you can't even fucking give us a little hint of that? Like, it's not, like, literally nothing. It's literally nothing, okay? I just can't even believe it. It's the same shit that happened with fucking Alice. Last year, I think it was. Was it last year? Yeah, because 2025. It was her 25th birthday that year, okay? With the American McGee's Alice coming out in 2000. What did EA have to say on the matter? Fucking nothing! They didn't say a goddamn word. I'm pretty sure, because I think that game released in December 2000. I think so. It's either like December, I guess October would make sense. I remember I was looking at EA's like Twitter to see if they like, even made a passing mention of her on her birthday. Not a single fucking thing. As a matter of fact, around about her birthday, they were shilling the goddamn Skate reboot. Hey, not a word about Alice, but here's the fucking awful Skate reboot, live service, free to play fucking Skate reboot that nobody wanted. That is just nothing like a Skate game outside of, I guess, the base gameplay. Even though that's fucked too. Like, here you go, guys. Here's the fucking Alice news we've been waiting for. Get out of here, bro. It's like, I just can't, bro. Like, what? Is there any actual reason why we cannot buy American McGee's Alice on PC right now? Is there any actual reason outside of just EA not giving a flying fuck? Like, we used to be able to before you fucking took it away. Like, as far as I know, the story goes, Alice came to Steam and Origin on launch, but it was the complete edition version that included the first game, remaster, whatever. That was an Origin exclusive, okay? And then they delisted it off Steam and whatever, so Origin was the only way to go for a little bit there. But then they were moving on from Origin. No, I think it was first they put it back on Steam, but just like the normal version. Then they were migrating, like moving on from Origin to the EA desktop. And I guess in that move, only the standard edition of Alice, Alice Madness Returns, made it over. And the fucking complete edition was just lost forever. It was said to keep. It's just gone now. And the only way you can play it is on, well, I was gonna say Xbox and PlayStation, but PlayStation, you can't. Because Sony somehow doesn't have a fucking backwards compatibility program. Even though, like, Sony up until the PS4 was, like, all about backwards compatibility, PS2 could play PS1, and PS3, the fat models, could play PS2 and PS1. But that's just gone now. Now it's just PS5 can play PS4, but nobody wants to play fucking PS4. Like, we want... it's whatever. The only place you can play American McGee's Alice, the PC game from the PC franchise, is on a fucking Xbox now. And they're just giving it away for free with Alice Madness Returns. they're not even making you pay for it. Like, bro, I'm not even asking them to do that on PC. Like, I can understand, like, EA is gonna be EA. Make us fucking pay whatever you please, sir, on PC. I'm not even asking for a fucking free version, bro, like on Xbox. I'm asking just to have it in any way whatsoever. I'd take a release on the EA desktop app, bro. It's like, like, I take anything, sir. That's my favorite game. And I can't have it unless I play on a fucking Xbox. So, like, what else am I to do exactly? Like, I guess just keep fucking quote unquote acquiring it how I can. I just don't know, dude. Like, think about how much time and resources that would take for them to do. Just to, because there's already a remaster that's like pretty great, you know? Especially once you use the community mods like Vorpal Fix and shit. How much time would that take, bro? Like, as far as I know, there's no legal hang-ups with fucking Alice because they own the franchise, EA does, entirely. And, at one point, one would think, like, oh, they have to license out the Quake 3 engine again. But no, they don't, because it's open source now, so they just have to, I think they'd have to publish the engine source code or some shit. Maybe that's why they don't do it. Like, I don't know if there's any way around that anymore, but it's like, at the same time, we have like Quake remasters and like, we have Quake remasters, we have Doom remasters, like all these open source engines, and we have like Ion Fury and shit being released, which is on the, well, actually, I don't know if that was built on, like, the actual build engine or if that was built on, like, Eduke 32 or something. But either way, they'd have to, still do that, because those are both under the same shit. This is just as far as I know how it works, so I don't truly have any idea. But I'm just saying, like, I mean, the engine's free, guys, and you own everything. Maybe the music, like, maybe, because as far as I know, it was all done by, like, a dude from fucking 9 Inch Nails, I think it was. So maybe there's some shit going on there. Maybe, like, we're grasping at straws here. Like, how fucking expensive would it be for, FC Club, fucking Madden, fucking Battlefield EA to just put it back up? like I'm saying, like, as far as I know, the game wasn't even taken down for any fucking reason like that. It was just taken down because slipped their mind. It's still up on Xbox, so clearly there's not an issue. Like, it's just so fucking annoying. It's so annoying. And staying on the topic of anniversaries gone to shit. What's up, Sega? What's up with Sonic, bro? Like, we're not getting a game announcement this year for his 35th anniversary. Like, are we serious? As far as I remember, his last new game was, Shadow Generations in like 2024. It's been 2 years, bud. Like, you can't cook up anything for his 35th anniversary here? Like, oh, I guess we have Sonic Pico Park. Like, get real with me, bro. Like, what are you talking about exactly? Sonic Pico Park? Listen, that is cute, I guess. It's unique. It's quirky. Like, what else do you want me to say about that shit? Like, it's Sonic, it's Pico Park, but it's got Sonic in it now. Like, great. Like, that is not good enough, Brody. Like, the 35th anniversary has been about everything except for games. Like, Like, wow, we have fucking a pinball machine. I can't believe that didn't exist before, but we have it now. Okay. We have new characters for Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Great. We have fucking merchandise that we can buy instead of, games we can play and buy. Great. Bro, we have a fucking life-size replica model of Sonic with like strands of his DNA inside a Chaos Emerald in his heart or some shit. What? Why are we putting resources toward that vanity dog shit? That's just like, it's kind of cool, I guess. It's like it's a unique publicity stunt, I suppose, but like why is this the focus of our attention here? That doesn't make any sense, bro. Like who was sitting there and they're like so hyped up for the life-size model of Sonic with his DNA inside? Who was sitting there like, holy shit, Sega, whoa, holy fuck, like what are you talking about, bro? How is there no new oh my god, that was fucked up. How is there no new game announcement? Like, when was the last like mainline game? Because you could argue it was Shadow Generations, but it's like, yeah, kinda. But realistically, what was it? It was like Sonic Frontiers, or was it Sonic Superstars? I don't know which one came out first, or came out last. I mean, but either way, it's been some time, guys. Like, I don't know if you think that Sonic Racing Cross Worlds is good enough, but it's not. Okay. Like, like it's just not. We want a new game, and this year would have been the perfect time to announce it. Supposedly, there is a new game being worked on according to leaks, but it's like, it's a leak, But I guess all of Nintendo's shit has been getting aired out recently, so I don't know. Maybe the leak is maybe that applies to Sega too. Maybe that shit's happening to Sega too. But I wouldn't count on it until we see, something for real. And, it's we're in the month of Sonic 1's release has passed us by. Actually, by the time this is being uploaded, it has passed us by, and there has been no new game announcement. It's like, unless it happens in the day that the day in between this is being recorded and this is being uploaded, it's just wild to me, bro. I just can't believe it. Like, I mean, I guess they don't have to announce it during the fucking the month, but it's like, if they were going to, wouldn't it make sense? Well, I guess it wouldn't, actually, because that would make sense if it was like a remaster or remake of like the first game, but being that it would hypothetically be like an actual new game, I guess they wouldn't have to do it in the month of the anniversary. So okay, benefit of the doubt, Sega. Maybe you have something for us at like the Game Awards or some shit. I got so excited when I saw that fucking Sonic 35th at the at the Summer Games Fest, and all it ended up being was a sizzle reel of fucking DLC for Cross Worlds and Sonic Pico Park. Like, what are you talking about, bro? That pissed me off so bad. It's like I got so fucking hyped up just to be let down like almost immediately. It was brutal. Here's something I was thinking about though. A couple of things actually. Like, imagine if you will, you lived in a giant mushroom, okay? You're like an evil witch in a fantasy forest. You're like fucking Gargamel or some shit. like, like,
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
how fucking sweet would that be, actually? Like, living in a giant mushroom like that. You know, you have your fucking setup. You have your, like, fucking fungus couch with your fungus TV and your fungus coffee table. Your fungus kitchen. And you cook, like, mushroom stews. And, like, evil brews because you're, like, an evil witch. How crazy would that be, bro? I'm just thinking about it. It would be insane. Like, you're just stirring your pot of stew, like, that's some crazy shit. Although, aren't mushrooms like a type of mold, technically? So, like, actually living in a mushroom, like, if it is a type of mold, wouldn't you, like, be breathing in just mold spores all day? Or, like, that maybe it wouldn't be sweet because you'd just go insane from all the mushroomy fumes inside, bro. You're just, like, breathing in spores and they're traveling up to your brain and just, like, destroying your cognitive, bro. Like, you just go you go mad like a hatter. It's like fucking Mercury, bro. Maybe it wouldn't actually be. You fucking, like, transform into, like, those mold creatures from RE7. Like, you, you transform into into Jack Baker, bro. Actually, no, okay, that wrapped around from being sweet to shit to now being sweet again, bro. If I turn into Jack Baker, like, welcome to the family, son, that would be insane, bro. That would be sweet. Maybe you get, like, his regenerative powers and shit, too. So, like, you turn from being just, like, a normal evil witch, like, casting spells and hexes and curses on, like, fucking woodland creatures in this fantasy forest, to now being just, like, an unstoppable fucking force of nature. Not even of nature. This is not natural, anything that's happening. You are just, like, demon spawn on Earth, bro. The scourge of the fucking forest, bro. Scourge of the fucking woodland critters. You know, just, like, fucking setting fire to the whole forest. Just burning it all down, you know, ripping fucking heads from squirrels, bro. That would be insane. Imagine how sweet that would be. You're just riding on your fucking broomstick. Just, just like, bro. Holy shit. And there's nothing they can do about it unless they, like, set you on fire somehow. But they're not going to, because you're, like, flying, like, unless there's, like, some sort of, like, you know, good fucking, like, chipmunk wizard in there that, like, casts a fucking spell on you and, like, sets you ablaze and kills you. Like, there's nothing they can fucking do. They're just boned forever and ever. You're just, like, it's your fucking forest now. Like, holy shit, bro. How insane would that be? I was thinking about that earlier. Not to this extent, though. I just, like, blew my own mind, bro. That was crazy. Also, another thing I was thinking about, actually, do you think you can polish tools with, like, your asshole? Like, you know those ball peen hammers? It's like a, you know, blunt end on one side and, like, a round part on the other side. Imagine you just, like, you're just, like, sliding that up and down your ass crack. Do you think that would, like, clean it? Like, assuming you have, like, a bleached asshole and, like, wipe properly, you think that would, like, remove all the dirt and grime off it? I think so. Like, imagine you're, like, sliding it up and down. No, that would be sweet, actually. You're sliding it up and down to, like, remove the surface level shit, and then you pop it in, like, the ball part inside your asshole real quick. And that, like, takes all the heavy duty shit off. Not shit, because, like, you know what we're talking about, but it takes all the heavy duty dirt off. You know, if you have, like, a nice enema and a bleached asshole, and you wipe properly and you don't have like swamp ass, that would be like a fantastic all natural like cleaning tool. Although your mileage will vary because not a lot of people don't have that shit, so you know you run the risk of getting your tool like all shitty. But it's like, I don't know, dude, that would be kind of sweet. Like you just pop the ball inside your asshole, it like your asshole like grips around it, and then like you slide it out and it fucking just drags all the dirt out of it. But then I guess you have dirt inside your ass, but your ass is like used to having dirt inside of it. Like you'll probably just like shit it out. Or you can do another enema and like clean it off that way. That's something to think about. I think that would be like a good solution for like, you know, workers on the go. Like I think that's how Jesus probably did it, right? Cuz like they didn't have access to like running water and shit, so you know, I think it might have been easier to just like go all natural and clean your tools that way, right? Although I guess he was Jesus, so he could probably just like, you know, like make it so that the fucking hammer was all cleaned up. I don't know though. I have to like I'm thinking about it now though, like in what scenario would your tool even get that dirty that you'd have to do that? Like I think the only situation in which your tool would get that dirty where you have to do that is if somebody already did like wipe it in their dirty asshole. See, but that's like then you're getting into like you know, diseases territory, because I don't really know if I want to be wiping, you know, somebody else's shitty ass particles inside my asshole. I think that could lead to some disastrous, you know, fucking consequences there. So, I don't know, maybe you shouldn't do this actually. But it's something to think about. If you're in a pinch and your tools are all dirty, you know, there's an idea for you. I think it would work pretty well, to be honest. I think you should also avoid, you know, like rusty tools, because like I mean the grip power of your asshole might be strong, but I don't think it's strong enough to like grip the fucking the rust off that shit. And I also don't think you want tetanus in your asshole or anywhere near your ass, because I think that's just like a bad situation there. So maybe you shouldn't. Do it at your own risk, okay? That's what I'll say. Like, it's high risk, high reward situation here, because like you risk tetanus in your asshole and you risk like diseases in your asshole from like other people's shit, and like just general dirt and bacterias on the tool. But your reward is like a very clean tool. So yeah, I think that do it at your own risk. Imagine you have like a handsaw, like one of those flat end ones, and you just swipe it in your ass crack like a fucking like a credit card, bro. That would be crazy. Maybe you can clean. I don't know if that would clean the axe or that would clean your ass crack. Though, like wiping your ass with a handsaw, like flat side in. Obviously flat side in, bro, because like imagine doing it with the fucking saw end in. That would be just disastrous, bro. That would be actually catastrophic. I don't know, dude. That's something to think about, though. Something I was thinking about earlier today, and it's just like, yeah, I think those are options, and they're pretty alright options, you know. I think realistically speaking, when you're in a pinch, you don't have many options, but that's a pretty good option. Like, if you don't have any sort of cloth or water or access to anything like that, I think your ass could be a very good tool to, you know, clean your tools. But, you know, I digress. I'm gonna end this off here with a piece on Valve though, because you know Valve's been pissing me off recently. They not even recently, just like forever and always, they've been pissing me off, bro. Cause it's like, what do you mean, bro? What are you doing? What are you guys actually doing? Like, you're not doing anything except for just raking in goddamn money from Steam. Like, you lazy fucks. Like, I don't understand how they got this reputation of like being the gods of gaming, bro. Being just like the all generous fucking benefactor, fucking philanthropist, full on rapists of the gaming industry, rather. It's like, listen, yes, they did once upon a time make some good games. You know, emphasis on the once upon a time there, buddy. And yes, they do run what is the best fucking, you know, gaming storefront, you know, there is, really. Like, there's not another one that is better, in my opinion. But listen, just because they're the best of the worst does not mean that they're good at all. Like, they're still fucked. They're just awful. Apparently, they have a policy where you can't sell anything cheaper on, you know, competitor platforms, or else, you know, it's just over. Like, base price, I mean. Like, I think you can go on sale for cheaper than Steam, I guess, because, like, you can't sell. Because I remember Ubisoft, I remember I read something where it's like Ubisoft wanted to try that shit with like a standard edition of, or some kind of edition with Rainbow Six Siege, where they sell it because, you know, Steam has like a 30% charge, whatever. They take a 30% cut of every game on Steam. So some people try and, like, you know, because other platforms, they either own the platform that they're gonna sell it on, or the platform has like a smaller percent cut. So some people have tried to like sell their shit cheaper on other platforms, you know, like relatively speaking, like not, they took out the 30% that Valve would take on the price, and they sell it for cheaper, therefore. But apparently Valve just doesn't let that shit fly. Like, if you do that, they get real pissed off, and they're like, you know, they throw a hissy fit. Like, you're in violation of the whatever. It's like, yes, they're in their complete and total right to do that. And, you know, it obviously makes sense that they would do that. But at the same time, like, I don't know, dude. It's just kind of, you know, a little AIDS. I don't think, apparently they're trying to sue people for that shit. Or people are trying to sue Valve for doing that shit, and it's just like, come on, guys. Like, they're in their full fucking right to do that. Yes, it's kind of monopolistic and, like, you know, shitty, but at the same time, like, we know what you're really trying to do here with this lawsuit, okay? It's not about protecting the consumers, you know, giving them the best deal that they possibly can get. It's not about that, okay? You just want to take fucking Valve down because they run what is inarguably the best fucking gaming storefront out there forever, and like kind of always have been. That's your real fucking concern here. Just like with Epic Games, you know, Tim Sweeney is always on this shit where it's like, he's always like, you know, clutching his fucking pearls about Steam and Valve doing all this quote unquote anti-consumer shit. And it's like, buddy, we know your goal here, okay? You're not gonna run the fucking You're not gonna run the fucking Epic Games store in Fortnite, okay? And Epic Games as a whole, and try and argue with us that you're the one who's actually pro-consumer, buddy. Like, shut the fuck up. We know what you're trying to do here, bud. And it stinks, okay? Why don't you fucking Why don't you bring back the Unreal franchise in stores and, like, you know, Jazz Jackrabbit and fucking... Well, okay, Jazz Jackrabbit and Jill of the Jungle are available, but not on their platform for some reason. Like, what? Why don't you bring back the Unreal series? I guess they kind of did, though, eh? You know, they host fucking Unreal Gold. What's the community project called? I don't remember. That is kind of cool that they do that. Actually, they have like official links to the like where to download Unreal for free. And do they do that for Unreal too? I know they do that for Unreal Tournament 4 2004 and Unreal Tournament. Is it 1999? I think it is. I know they do that for those games, those three. I don't know if they do that for Unreal Tournament 2003 or, you know, Unreal 2 or any of that shit. I don't even know if there are projects like... it's Old Unreal, that's what it is, I just remembered. It's Old Unreal for Unreal Gold. I don't even know if there are projects like Old Unreal for Unreal 2 though, because as far as I know, I haven't actually played that game, but from what I understand of it, it's like kind of a big piece of shit, but you know. Anyway, regardless, why don't you fucking, you know, put that shit out on consoles and like other platforms, or even just like sell it on your own fucking platform as like this whole bundle you can just download from your fucking library. And then we can talk about pro-consumer fucking practices or whatever the fuck, bro. I'm just saying, like, you are not... Listen, it's the right message from the wrong fucking messenger, okay? Like, you're not the one, buddy. You're not the one. But I'm just so sick of the fucking Valve cock riding, like cock sucking even. It's like... Buddy, get off of it, okay? This is the company that's selling the Steam controller for 150 Canadian, the Steam machine now for 100, not 100, 1,500 Canadian for 512 gigabytes of storage and no controller. Like, listen, I understand that shit's brutal right now with, you know, storage and RAM because of AI, and it's like, yes, I understand that, but from what I also have come to understand, Valve is selling this shit at cost or near to at cost, unlike how it normally is, where, you know, a company will sell it at a loss. You know, like PlayStation or Nintendo or well, I doubt they're selling it at a loss now. It seems like, Jesus Christ, bro. Just the price hikes are insane. But usually how it is, you know, these companies like PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo will sell the console at a loss or thereabout of some kind, and then make up for it on software sales. And listen, if there's one fucking company that can do that, it's fucking Valve, okay? They run Steam, and you're telling me they have to sell this shit at cost? Get fucking real with me, dude. Like, what is your issue? Like, what? Just fucking greedy bastards. It's not even greed, it's just fucking apathy and sloth and fucking laziness, bro. I mean, listen, I might have some, there might be some bad blood here between me and them because of, you know, I'm a TF2 player, and, good lord, buddy, like, I got into that game at the worst fucking time possible. I got into it, like, around about 2019, 2020. And if you've been playing the game at all, like even slightly in the last 6 or 7 years, 6, 7, yo, if you've been playing the game at all in that time period, you understand what I'm about to say, okay? There are no more updates, which, okay, game is like, 19 years old now. It's turning 20 next year, so I can kind of cut you a break on that. I don't think there's any obligation to, make major content updates anymore, but it's like also at the same time, you're making millions and millions and millions of dollars off of it. Like, you can't throw us something, dude? Just like a couple fucking workshop guns? Well, okay, actually, hold on now. Please don't do that. That's like, okay, on the one hand, it's kind of like a monkey's paw situation with the new weapons, because it's like, yes, I sincerely and utterly am desperate for new weapons in this game. I played 2,000 hours of it or so, and I've had nothing new that entire time. Like, yes, I want something new, or at least like a balance change, but it's like at the same time, buddy, if we actually get that, it would ruin the game real quick. Like, I just know if they started adding that shit, it would be like the new map situation. Like, on one hand, yes, new maps, new content. Oh boy. But then you actually play the new maps, the new content. It's like, oh man, most of this is completely fucked. Like, it's dog shit. So if they were to add new maps is one thing, because I can choose the map I play on, kind of, like, with the dwindling player base and how casual works, it's becoming less and less the case that I can choose which maps I can play on, spreading them so fucking thin across literally, like, I think during Halloween, the total map pool is actually like over 300 maps in the game. And that's for a player base of, generously speaking, maybe maybe 3,000 odd players now at this point. Like, how many players could possibly be playing this game at this point? Still, I'm gonna say it's like 3,000, high end 4,000, but likely it's like closing in on 3,000, 2,000. And I know the Steam charts say like the game's booming, but that's not real, okay? Those are like trading bots idling in the fucking menus. Those were, spin bot accounts, which, listen, this is what I mean when I say I got into the game at the worst possible time, because, the shit I've been listing so far, like, loading the game up with dog shit maps, brutal. No major content updates anymore, brutal, okay? But at least I can play the game now, okay? This was not the case a mere, year or two ago. 2024... I don't remember if they pushed the update that fixed this in 2024 or 2023, but from the span of, I'm going to say, like 2019 to 2024, I think it was, the game was completely unplayable. We're talking about 5 fucking years where the game was completely unplayable, because every fucking lobby you'd fucking queue into would get flooded by all these bots, all these spin bot, aimbot accounts, whatever. Not like actual people, mind you, because actual people cheating is one thing. It's gonna happen in any multiplayer game. It is going to happen. However, we're talking about bots, literal bots, okay? Not actual people, but instead computer players, okay, that join servers, pick sniper, and insta-kill everybody on the map. Just go through to the center of the fucking map, wipe out everybody on the other team because that's just something sniper can do. And just like 5 or 10, like sometimes it would be as much as like the whole enemy team, the whole lobby. I remember seeing lobbies where the whole fucking lobby, except for me, was full of fucking sniper bots like that. The game was completely fucked. It was unplayable in the most literal sense. You could not play the game for 5 fucking years. Like, you could play the game, okay? Via 2 methods, okay? One method is to just keep queuing in fucking casual until eventually you maybe get into a lobby that works, you know? It's like all normal people filled the lobby before that shit could happen. Or they like, you know, there's only like 1 or 2 slots open so we can keep vote kicking out the fucking bots. That's another thing too. It's not even just that the bots would like spin bot and like destroy the whole match, like killing everybody. It's that they would come in, spam the voice chat with like, you know, some loud ass music that like just blows out your eardrums, or just like spams the hard R, you know? And you know, just like fill up the fucking text chat with like walls of text and like the N-word and, you know, just all this shit. To the point where Valve, you know, turned off fucking chat features for free-to-play players for just the longest time. And by the way, they didn't even turn those shits back on for free-to-play players, like, you know, because they fixed the bot problem, but that shit did not come back to free-to-play players until like mid-year last year, I think it was. So it was a full year span of time where the bot problem was solved, but free-to-play players still could not speak. It's like, okay, if you want to talk, guy, you gotta pony up the fucking $5 minimum to get your account premium. Anyway, it's not even just that they would, you know, spam the chats with all this bullshit, you know, spin bot, kill everybody in the lobby, ruin it for everybody. They would also, like, if there were enough fucking bots in the lobby, okay, they would basically just take over. Like, it was like a fucking cancer, okay? Like, they would join the lobby, like a handful of them, like a manageable amount would join the lobby, sometimes under like duplicate names of players. So like, you know, you had a guy named like Mr. Huggy Wuggy Flubbins on your team. A bot named Mr. Huggy Wuggy Flubbins or whatever the fuck would join your fucking lobby and start a vote kick against the actual Mr. Huggy Wuggy Flubbins. And, you know, the confusion would be so thick in the ranks of the lobby that people wouldn't know. Like, people just saw the vote kick and assumed, okay, it must be we must be kicking a bot. That's a good thing. So they all F1. The real player gets kicked. That spot gets taken up by a new bot. And this fucking cycle repeats until it gets to the point where the bot votes can just outweigh the player votes every single time in the vote kick. So they can eventually just like spread across the entire fucking lobby and just completely take it over. Like, just remove everybody. Like, and just completely just kill that lobby entirely. So you had 2 options here during this 5-year span. Mind you, 5 years, 4 years on if you want to be generous, okay? 4 to 5 years. You had 2 options to actually play the game, okay? You had 3 options, actually. You had option 1, just drop the game. It's over. Option 2, keep queuing in casual until, you know, you maybe find a lobby that isn't completely, like, it's full. It's filled up, so there's no hope of bots ruining it unless people start leaving. Which, by the way, the meta in casual has been, since its implementation, and this is part of why it's so dog shit. The meta in casual has been to, play the match through, but because the fucking map voting at the end is so goddamn long, it was like 30 seconds at the time of just sitting there. I think it was like a minute, actually. Like close to a minute of just sitting there waiting for the map voting to finish, and then, it loads you into the next map. Instead of waiting for that, the meta of casual was to just, leave the lobby and re-queue, because it was like 9 times out of 10 way faster. So because that's the case, you get into one lobby that's actually good, odds are everybody's like filtering out. So, by then, that, like, when they do that, that gives bots the opportunity to fill the slots and then ruin the fucking match unless you nip it in the bud real quick. But yes, those two options: either stop playing the game or just keep trying casual, or option number 3, try your luck on fucking community servers, which apparently, like, I guess the bots were just immune to that. Cause I think it's like, with casual you can kind of just like automate it so that bots sort of like just click the queue, get into a lobby, and just ruin it, right? And like keep doing that. With community servers, I think the issue was that, they are community servers, so you have to like directly connect to them through the browser or through the console commands. So I think the bots were, because like you'd have to think like they'd have to program these bots to like, filter through. It just wasn't worth a lot of people's time, because most people were just playing casual anyway, so like, do the most amount of damage there and it's easier. But that was your third option: play community servers. And it sounds like a reasonable option, except for the fact that basically nobody runs community servers anymore. And especially not like, okay, people do run community servers, but they're like bullshitty like trade servers, or like Death Run, or like Prop Hunt, or like all these bullshitty fucking Versus Saxton Hale is another one. Just like community game modes that, I don't want to play this. I want to play the normal game without any, roll the dice bullshit, or like, all crits, whatever. Just like the vanilla game. Basically, nobody runs servers like that anymore. Only a small handful of people do. So it was a 2-pronged issue, okay? Most of these vanilla servers were in general vanilla, like, Uncle Topia with fucking Uncle Dane's servers, who, if you don't know, he runs fucking iDubbbz and Anissa's fucking podcast now, so that's what is it called? Like the Bog or some shit? Oh my god. Uncle Dane. Yes, Uncle Dane's servers though. You had those as an option. Uncle Topia. But the thing is with Uncle Topia, it's not the same rules as casual, there's class limits, there's no crits, there are, it's a select map pool. It's like a curated experience to how he wants the game to play. And I'm like, he has a good taste in that aspect, because like generally speaking, yes, that rule set is probably when TF2 plays the best, under those rules. It's like whatever. But at the same time, like, I kind of also do just want to play like the normal game with crits and with unlimited class limits and with all the maps. That's how I usually like to play, as opposed to his fucking curated shit. But that's the issue with community servers is you have, yes, vanilla options, but it's you're at the whim of whoever's running the shit, right? So those are your three options, and to be frank with you, they're all just completely shitty. Like, you just couldn't play the game, basically. For 4 fucking years. And mind you, it's not even like Valve turned off, like, you know, the crates or some shit. Like, they turned off the marketplace. They're like, okay, guys, we're working on it. Trust me. It might take a little bit because, you know, this is an old-ass game. Nobody wants to fucking really work on it, but we're gonna work on it, okay? We're gonna solve this issue for you. In the meantime, we're not gonna make any money off of it because you can't play the fucking game. It's not even like they did that. They were dropping seasonal goddamn crates the entire fucking 4 years still. They were dropping Christmas, summer, spring sometimes. Like, Halloween. They were still making fucking boatloads off this game in this state where you could not play it. I want you to think about that, okay? Like, this is what we're talking about here. And then people are just gonna act like everything's fucking, you know, just completely awesome and, like, you know, sunshine and roses in fucking Valve land. They're the best, guys. It's like, I'm talking about just TF2 here. We're not even talking about CS2, which I don't play CS2, okay? I never have. Well, I do play it, but you know, as a surf game. It's the surf game to me, okay? I don't play the actual game, so I can't necessarily speak on that one as much as I can, you know, TF2, which is like my favorite multiplayer game. But from what I'm to understand, they dropped CS2. Like, cause CSGO was in a fucking dire state, buddy. CSGO was just brutal. Like, it was getting overrun by cheaters. There was like no more meaningful content updates. So they reveal CS2 and it's like, holy shit, guys, we're so back. New CSGO, or new Counter-Strike game. You know, it's going to be a whole new ballpark. The game comes out. Everybody hates it because it just dog shits all over. It's just CSGO, but worse, from what I'm to understand. But then they're like, okay, you know, it just came out. Give them some time, you know. However many, like, I think it's 4 years later now. That was like 2022, 2023 that came out. 3 or 4 years later, where are we at? Okay. There are the content updates, few and far between. All they're really getting now is the same shit we're getting in TF2, which is like, it's just skins, okay? So that Valve can continue to rake in their fucking 15 goddamn trillion dollars, however much they make off this game. Just keep it fucking flowing. You know, like, they have that still going, but the game, from what I'm to understand, is getting slowly overrun by cheaters. Like I said, that's an issue that every FPS has, but CS2, from what I'm to understand, is like an especially brutal situation, or at least it was for like a couple, like, you know, a year or so there. Not even like 1% of what TF2 had to deal with, but I digress. They've all but abandoned CS2 as well. Like, I think they got that cache map from CSGO recently in CS2. Like, so they're still getting something, but it's like, man, these are your golden geese games, okay? I'm pretty sure TF2 and CS2, well, I'm pretty sure CS2 is like the #1 revenue source that Valve has, as far as I know. Like, I'm not sure which between just like Steam as a whole or CS2 makes more. I mean, it would make more sense if Steam made more itself. So I guess, but like, listen, CS2 and TF2, those both make you millions and millions, if not like billions of dollars each. Like CS2 at least has to make like billions and billions of dollars every year. And TF2 is like at least, millions at this point. Like people still fucking wail out on that game, just incredible amounts. Like, every fucking seasonal content drop, they're there to buy the keys and crates. Like, dude, giant fucking unusual haul. And that's not even this is just like direct revenue too from inside the games, buying keys and crates. This is not even taking into account the fucking community markets, which Valve scalps percent off. Like they are making a fuckload of money still off of both of these. And I don't know, it just would seem to me that for your golden geese here, it's like if they fucking just like the funniest thing too is, like, there was a point in time, like, I think it was like 2022-ish, where in TF2 there was like this one crate, because like they busted something up with this one update where it made it so that in 2022-ish, I think it was, anyway, like this one crate was like 100% guaranteed to give you an unusual hat, which if you don't know, those are like the high, like the rarest and most like desirable, like sought after like items in the whole game. They're just like the cosmetic like hats and shit, except they have like a flashy effect around them, and they're very expensive. Okay, so there was this one fucking crate that was like 100% guaranteed to drop them because it was like they busted something up. Mind you, I'm pretty sure this was like during the time that the bots were in the fucking game just destroying it for everybody. But Valve was there, like within a day or so to just like stop that shit, shut that shit down, because we can't have that. We need to keep the cash flowing, buddy, even though nobody can even fucking play the game. Sure as shit, they were there to fucking shut that down immediately. It's like, come on now, man. Like, they're not even hiding it, like how fucking greedy they are and like lazy and fucking pieces of shit. It's like, listen, does Steam's refund policy really make up for this? I guess so, because that's like, but it's just like, these things are not mutually exclusive, bro. Like, you can have fucking Steam be as good as it is while also, develop. This is talking about the games they have right now, okay? Like TF2, like CS2. This is not even mentioning the fact that they just don't fucking develop anything anymore. They don't make new games for their fucking franchises, and with shit like Portal, it makes sense that they don't do that because that game is complete. With shit like Left 4 Dead 2, I'm pretty sure that game's complete. With shit like Half-Life, though, that is your fucking franchise, bro. That's the one that put you on the goddamn map. That was your first franchise. You came out swinging with it. Everybody loved it. Second one, same fucking story. And the episodes, obviously. You leave off on a cliffhanger in episode 2. We're coming up on 20 years now of that just being unresolved. Dude. Like, no Half-Life 3. This is your flagship fucking franchise. And it's just over. It's like if fucking... It's like if Nintendo left off on a cliffhanger ending in like the most recent 3D Mario. Like, let's say Mario Odyssey was the last fucking 3D Mario ever made, and it fucking just like left off on a cliffhanger. This is what we're talking about here. This is what Valve is doing. It's like, get your fucking asses into gear, bro. And don't even get on here saying, like, oh, they made Half-Life Alyx. Got, like, bro, be fucking serious with me right now, okay? Half-Life Alyx and, you know, Aperture Desk Job, whatever the fuck, and, you know, Deadlock. These are not substitutes for actual, like, game production, bro. I'm in the Deadlock playtest, okay? I played it maybe one match. I didn't like what I saw, buddy. I'm just gonna be straight up. Like, I didn't like what I saw. That game seems kind of fucked. Like, I don't know, bro. TF2, it is not, bro. Listen, dude. Half-Life Alyx is a prequel and it's a VR game. Like this, be serious with me, bro. This is not a substitute for Half-Life 3, Half-Life Episode 3, whatever the fuck. This is not good enough, dude. And supposedly, you know, when Steam Machine launches, you know, the cope is that Half-Life 3 is going to be a Steam Machine fucking launch title. It's like, okay, buddy, I'll believe it when I see it. Like, I don't believe that shit at all. Like, they haven't done it up to this point. Why would they do it now? Like, they haven't done it, and it's been working out perfect for them. So why would they do it now? But I'd love to be proven wrong. Listen, I don't even really care that much about Half-Life 3 because, listen, if it's anything like Half-Life 2, I think I'm good, bro. I think I'm good off that shit because it's like, listen, I like Half-Life 1 and its expansions a lot, okay? I like them a lot. You know, I think they play fantastically and they're just like excellent games in their own right. However, Half-Life 2, I think, is just compromised in every single way except for, I guess, storytelling. You know, like, the game plays like shit. Like, I'm tired of acting like Half-Life 2 doesn't play like utter fucking dog shit, bro. Like, they got rid of the infinite sprint in Half-Life 1, which was, you know, it kept the gameplay fast and fluid and fun. They got rid of that for, you know, limited time sprint that is shared between your flashlight and your oxygen for some reason. Like, thanks, guys. So your limited sprint is even more limited than it already is. Like, they got rid of that. The guns in the game just feel fucking abysmal. They feel terrible. They feel awful. Like, the only weapon worth a shit at all in that game is the fucking gravity gun because that shit is actually fun. The rest of the weapons are just the worst, bro. They are so dog shit. Like, even the shotgun, like, you'd think that, like, in Half-Life 1, the shotgun was just so much fun because, like, the alternate fire of that shit where you like fire out both barrels and like do a shitload of damage. That shit is so sweet. And it should have been the same deal with Half-Life 2 because it's just, it is the same fucking thing, but it feels like such a little shitty piece of fucking ass in that game, bro. Like, not a piece of ass, bro. That's a good thing. A piece of shit. Like, I have no other description for it. It's just a piece of dog shit. Like, it sucks asshole, okay? Straight up. Like, it feels like such dog shit, and that's the same story for every other weapon, like, minus maybe, I don't know, maybe the fucking revolver, I guess? Like, I don't know. Just every weapon is such a monumental downgrade from Half-Life 1 in how it feels, and the fucking, like, I'm not gonna sit here and say the enemy design of fucking Half-Life 1 is, like, amazing, because it's really not. Like, it's mostly hit scanning and, like, whatever, but Half-Life 2, it's even worse. Like, because you're not fighting, like, the military and, like, you know, these creatures from Zen anymore. So, like, there's some fucking, you know, variation and, like, variety in the enemies. No, now you're all you're fighting is just Combine. who are all just like soldier hit scan fuck faces. It's like, this isn't fun, bro. Like, Half-Life 1's enemies worked because they were aliens, okay? You could, like, a majority of them were aliens anyway. Like, you could do unique things with them. Like, you know, the Vortigaunts were also hit scan, but they were hit scan in a unique way. They were like the Archviles in Doom. You know, they like charge up and you have to fucking like get behind cover real quick or you're gonna get massive damage. And like the Houndai, those were also hit scan, but it was like area of effect, like that they exploded. They like run up on you and explode. And you know, just all these unique enemies, okay? Whereas in Half-Life 2, it's just like what? It's the fucking antlion who just runs up on you, melees you, okay? It's the zombie who also just melees you, okay? It's the head crab who launches at you and does melee damage, okay? And then it's the Combine who all just do hit scan fucking like, you know, gunfire damage, and it's like, fuck off, bro. I think the most unique enemies in those games are... I think the Hunter was cool, and the Strider is also cool. Kind of, I guess. Like, it's unique. I don't know, like, the enemies suck. Like, the guns suck, the enemies suck, and what especially sucks is... Because in Half-Life 1... In all the Half-Life games, rather, there are cuts. Like, the big thing with them was the fact that, you know, they don't just, like, cut to FMVs for the cutscenes. You know, like, they're immersive cutscenes. You know, like, you stand in a room, like, and shit happens in the game in first person, like... Whatever, like, it's cool for a first time through, but it's like, okay, like, get this shit over with. Like, at least FMV cutscenes you can skip on replays. With these in-game cutscenes, your best option is to just turn up the host time scale and just, like, blast through it. And, you know, Half-Life 1 was pretty good in that aspect, in that it's only really in the first chapter where that's like actually brutal. Like, most of the rest of the game is just like pure go go go, you know, nothing stopping you, whatever. Half-Life 2, it feels like every fucking 2 minutes you're locked into a room with nothing else to do but just jump around and like maybe pick up objects, I guess, sometimes, and just listen to these fuckers yap. And it's just the worst, bro. It's like Doom 2016. Like, it sucks so hard, the cutscenes. And, like, listen, I've not even mentioned, like, the biggest issue with Half-Life 2, which is the fucking vehicle sections, bro. I swear to God, like, a good probably 40% of the game is spent in the airboat or in the fucking, you know, the buggy. It's just the worst. It's so fucking boring. Like, I don't want to fucking do this shit. Like, when are... people need to wake up, bro, and just realize that Half-Life 2 is low-key a piece of shit. Like, I don't understand how people are like, this is one of the best FPS games of all time. It just objectively is not. It is one of the most boring FPSs of all time. It's so fucking boring. It's so AIDS. I hate replaying it. Like, I've replayed Half-Life 1 so many goddamn times. Like, more than I can count, probably. Like, I don't even know. Like, I couldn't even quantify it, bro. Half-Life 2... I played once, obviously. I replayed it another time to the end. And I've tried replaying it a handful of other times, but I've only ever made it to, like, just before Nova Prospect, I think, before I just drop it. And I'm like, fuck this. I'm not playing this anymore. Like, I just can't handle it on replays anymore. It is so fucking boring. It's just the worst. It's not the worst, but it's like, I just can't take it. It's so boring. And, you know, episode 1 and episode 2. Episode 1 might as well just not exist. Like, what the hell is that? It's like an hour long and it's just like nothing. Episode 2, at least, you know, that's another thing, too, about Half-Life 2 is like, I understand, like, I think the whole aesthetic of it is cool. Like, this, you know, like, communist bloc fucking dystopian whatever like look to it, to the environments and everything. Like, it is cool, but another thing Half-Life 2 had going for it is, or Half-Life 1, sorry, had going for it, is that it's like it's like a comic book. It looks like a fucking sci-fi comic book. Like, everything is so stylized and colorful and like so many interesting looking fucking landscapes and like settings rather. Just everything, every level looks so unique and so cool, and just everything, the environments, like it all is so sweet. Whereas Half-Life 2 is mostly just like, you know, gray city outskirts, fucking sewer canals, like, you know, maybe a desolate looking beach. It's like, you're not going to alien worlds or anything. It's just boring, bro. Like, and I understand that's the fucking point of it. Like, the coolest part, undoubtedly, is Ravenholm, because there it's like, you know, it's like a horror city. It's like a fucking destroyed, scary looking place, like graveyards and shit. Like, it's pretty cool. I like Ravenholm. As for playing Ravenholm, like, I mean, be serious with me, bro. Like, the zombies in that game are just fucked, bro. I I don't know, like, Half-Life 2, it's whatever, bro. Like, it's fine, I guess. For its time. Like, the one thing I'll say about Half-Life 2 is the physics are obviously like very impressive and like whatever for 2004, but the graphics as well for 2004, they look like a generation ahead. They look so fucking good for 2004. Like, it's pretty crazy actually how good the graphics look. I don't know if that's because, like, I think they might have gone back and like upgraded the original game after Half-Life 2 episode 2 came out in 2007. But even like looking at 2004 gameplay, it's like, whoa, this game looks fucking crazy. That's the one thing I'll say about Half-Life 2. But at the end of the day, it's a game you play, guys. Like, I don't really care about the graphics, okay? Like, Red Dead Redemption 2 looks unreal, but that game's fucked, okay? Like, I don't care about the graphics. Going back to what I was saying before this entire Half-Life 2 fucking rant, like, if Half-Life 3 plays anything like Half-Life 2, then I think I'm good, bro. Like, I just don't necessarily care. However, if they do go this whole direction where it's like it's in Antarctica or wherever, I think it was Antarctica, and you know, you're like going onto the fucking ship, the Borealis, I think it was called. And it's like kind of like a The Thing sort of deal. I mean, that, I'll be straight up, that would be super cool. Okay. If they go that direction, then we're cooking with gas here. And if they, cuz so far as I know, like, nobody else is really there with you. I guess maybe Alex would be, eh? Or something. I don't know. I don't know who would be there, if it would just be like Gordon Freeman or whatever. If it's mostly a solo story again, like Half-Life 1, where it's like, you know, not too much exposition, oh my god, exposition, dialogue, whatever. It's just kind of like an awesome game, you know, one man against the world, as opposed to like this resistance fighter bullshit, whatever. That would pique my interest rather. And if they, you know, take it more toward Half-Life 1 gameplay, where, like, so far as things like, you know, the infinite sprint and, like, possibly even, like, bunny hopping coming back, like, I wouldn't count on that. But if they take it in that direction, that would be a fucking awesome game. You know, take the best parts of every Half-Life, you know? Take the gravity gun from Half-Life 2, something like that, into this game, because, you know, that's an awesome thing. And take the gameplay, just the pure go, 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 you know, awesome, you know, kinetic fun of Half-Life 1, and like the whole sort of sci-fi, like comic book almost style of Half-Life 1, put it into this game, merge it maybe with the, you know, more depressing, darker, grittier style of Half-Life 2, and have it in this Antarctic, like, research facility base, like The Thing, or you know, reminiscent of Black Mesa from Half-Life 1. We have some serious fucking, we're cooking with some serious gas here, boys. That is if this game even ever comes out, which is, you know, a big if here, but if this game comes out and it's like that, buddy, then we have something huge on our hands, bud. But if it's just like Half-Life 2 episode 3 or like Half-Life 2.5, like, buddy, I'm fucking good on that, bro. Like, I don't fucking want another Half-Life 2 at all, in the slightest. Like, I'm okay, I'm fine. I don't just please, bro. I trust that Valve remembers how to make a fun, good game, okay? But that's putting a lot of faith in them that I'm not sure is well placed in our in the modern day form of them. But we'll see. Okay, when the Steam machine comes out, we'll see if Half-Life 3 is there. But yeah, I mean, that's basically all I had to say. All I have to say for this episode here of the IDCLEV podcast. Yeah, that's it, boys. So I'll fucking see you later. Dipshit. That's rude.